So good morning, TC2027. I'll be seeing you here in about an hour. So one thing to just talk about, this is week 4. How are you doing? Remember, this is student-centered. I really need to make sure that you guys get that it's not going to be a lecture focused. I've laid out the topics. I'm wanting to spend individual time with each of you, directing which path you want to go down in terms of all of those mastery topics. And you know what those mastery topics are. They're here, right? And there's 20, and I left potpourri there for what you want to dive into. But I think you should be diving into all of these. I like the topics we're having about the hacking and the security level. Speaking of that, we talked to Maggie last couple weeks ago, and we'll be talking to Mickey on Thursday, so please don't be late for class. Be on time at 3. I won't be there. I'll be at a meeting with the Canadian ambassador and the governor or the premier of Ontario. So Mickey will be talking to you on Thursday, and then I should be arriving in time for that to finish. But I wanted to say that you should really be thinking about the background, the mathematics of security, and here we've got the Turing Award winners Diffie and Hellman on the communications of the ACM. You should also be looking at that, and that's here. That's in cryptography. That's in other issues that are coming up here in your mastery topics. Which one do you want to go deep on? That's your decision. So I'm leaving that up to you. So that said, covering off those mastery topics, coming to see me in person. That's what this talks about as well. Oh, weird. It's got the video from the other course. I needed to delete that. Put this one in there. And that's about it. I want to talk today, this morning, really focus on ethics. A good conversation came up with Alex yesterday here in the office, talking about where he wants to focus on. Remember with the blogging, the blogging's not about other people. It's about you. It's your reflection. I think it's really important for you all to find your voice, or if you have your voice, express your voice. But if you don't have a voice yet, you really need to kind of find your voice. You don't have to do it publicly. Please respect others. If it looks like their site is anonymous, don't out them. That's not cool. And yeah, that's about it for this week. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is important. So evaluation partial 1 I put up there, and it's also kind of linked down in here. So we could go there. Again, it's in that menu. The questions, I told you it would be totally open. I'm going to ask you to choose 6 of these topics to write about for partial 1. It's a little light, so I'm going to ask 6, and I'm probably going to ask 8 for the next one. And when you choose these topics for this one, you can't choose those topics for the next partial, if you get what I mean there. What I'll ask for in the final exam is that you write on at least half of these. So I'm still going to decide, and we should talk about that, what we want to do for the final exam. But I want to make sure we're covering different content in each one. So there's that. And then question 2 is the rubric. So if we bring up the rubric, let's see, I'll bring it up. You're going to fill out this. The idea is you should have reached at least 5 blog posts by the end of the partial. When I say end of the partial, that's 16, right? Because you have this week, week 4. You've got week 5 next week is exams. Week 6 the week after is exams. Then you've got the long weekend of the 16th of September, and professors have to hand in their grades, would be the 19th of September. So the partial ends on the 16th. So by the 16th, you should have had 5 blog posts about the mastery topics to be satisfactory, like an 80% level. Good would be 6 or 7. Excellent would be 8 or more. This is worth 20 points on the scale. So if you had 80%, that would be 16 for doing the math. And then I also expect you to do blog posts that are related, but not necessarily just completely unrelated to the course. You choose how to scale those. Satisfactory you don't have any, but 1 or 2 already would be good or excellent. We're talking about blog quality. Again, everything on the right should be interpreted as including stuff on the left. Social media use in terms of media in your blog, actually. And how are you helping others? How are you reaching out? How are you connecting to others via Twitter, etc.? And how many times have you come and seen me in my office? And how many absences do you have in the class? I won't do the adjustment with the 3-hour course on Thursdays. We have 2 sessions, Wednesday and Thursday, so we'll talk about that. These aren't large points, but I think they're important. A lot of you are still missing to do the meet Ken in his office thing. So that pretty well covers it for this week. This morning we're going to talk about ethics. I want to have a good discussion about ethics in security and ethics in computing in general. We only have 45 an hour this morning. Thursday, Mickey's here at 3. Fernando's going to set up the hangout. Please be there on time. Please be respectful and listen to him and ask questions. And I need to remember to lend the camera and the microphone to Fernando. And then I'll arrive, I'm hoping by 4. We'll see how the lunch goes with the Canadian Embassy. All right. Thanks, and have a good week.